Leyte in South Boston. At the time, the ship was going out of commission, and it wound up after several weeks aboard, we found out that the ship was going back into commission. So what I thought was going to be a short visit turned into 3 years. And during that time, much of the ship's time was spent out in the North Atlantic. We made several trips in the summertime down to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. My firstborn son was born at the submarine base in New London, and the Navy was nice enough to send a telegram out to the ship, and then where they woke me up in the middle of the night to tell me I had a son. It's just like being at home. And life aboard ship I enjoyed it. We spent a lot of time in Quonset Point, which was Rhode Island, which was our home port. And of course, we kind of sailed in between South Boston, Brooklyn Navy Yard, Quonset Point, and unfortunately in '53 in South Boston we had the explosion aboard ship, which was a Friday afternoon. I would say probably around 2 o'clock, 2:30. I worked in the #1 engine room on the steam generator down there, thinking about going home that weekend when the engine room started to fill with smoke. General quarters were sounded.
This is not a drill. This is not a drill. General quarters. General quarters. All hands man your battle stations.
And my fire station was at the top of the hatchway coming out of the engine room, which I went to immediately. The hatch was closed, and my specific duty was an oxygen breathing apparatus where you would wear these masks with a canister to breathe with. And they put a cable on my back, which I don't remember how long the cable was at the time, but where you could only go so far, and the smoke was extremely bad. You really could not see anything. Some of the lights were out. You had your emergency battle lanterns that come on automatically, but there was so much smoke that visibility was down to about zero. You just could not really see anything. And some of the people, you'd bump into somebody that was carrying somebody out. You'd help him get them out through the different hatches, and you did the best you could with what you could see. But it was a very, very sad situation. I had no idea other than it was forward of the ship, and we were just completely unaware of what happened. Well, I was still probably later on in the evening, I think, when they had things under control. And of course, nobody got off the ship that evening at all. And many phone calls, people were trying to call out to their loved ones, the loved ones trying to call in. And I was able to get off the ship the following morning, Saturday morning. And I probably read more in the newspapers about it than I was aware of on board ship. It was one of the catapults that had exploded, from what I understand. I don't know why, what really happened, but they did say it was a steam catapult, which is under quite a bit of pressure, I understand. I'm really not too familiar with those. Well, we probably spent several more weeks extended into staying in port there while repairs were made. Again, it was all up in that machinery, which I'm not too familiar with, but I know it was, they had the fire. They said the fire just traveled through the different hatchways, down the corridors. Anything that was open, it just made a mess on that particular area. So we did have to stick around for probably another month or so to get repairs made.